Thank you. This evening's hearing is the annual update for the academic improvement and financial plans for 2026-2027. I will now open the floor to our moderator for this evening, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Demario Strickland.
Great evening to the City of Mount Vernon, students, staff, faculty, and to the listening public. Today is July 21st, 2026, and this is the public hearing on the annual update for the academic improvement and financial plans for the Mount Vernon City School District. Next slide. My name is Dr. Demario Strickland. I am the district superintendent, and our state monitor is Dr. Kimberly Young Wilkins. Next slide. The agenda for today: first, we will be introducing the meeting protocols. Next, we will be presenting the annual update for the academic improvement and financial plans. This will be done by Dr. Kimberly Young Wilkins. And then finally, we will have opportunity for public to make comments on the academic and financial plan. Next slide. The meeting protocols are as follows. After Dr. Wilkins has finished her presentation, I will open up the meeting for comments. Anyone who submitted a request to speak will be given 3 minutes to talk and will be called upon by name when it is his or her turn. Speakers will be called in the order their speaking request was received. You may still sign up to speak during this meeting if you submit a request prior to the conclusion of this public comment portion of this public hearing. Written comments may also be submitted, and those comments will go to kyoungwilkins@mtvernoncsd.org. And at this time, I will turn over the event to Dr. Wilkins. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Strickland. Good evening. Next slide, please. Statutory requirements. This is a reminder. Chapter 56 of the laws of 2025 requires that the monitor appointed by the Commissioner of Education provides semi-annual reports to the Commissioner and the Board of Regents on academic, fiscal, and operational status of the school district. New York State Education Department under Commissioner Rosa also requires that the board conduct a public hearing on the annual update for the plans to consider input from the community. Next slide, please. This is a reminder overview of development of the plans. It was a three-pronged approach to getting the data: active participation in daily work of district staff, internal and external interviews and focus groups, and many document reviews. Next slide, please. Again, a reminder of the findings of the academic improvement plan. And these are just some highlights: lack of adherence to board communication policies, lack of prioritization of student achievement, siloing of work of district leadership, lack of communication between the academic and operational areas, inconsistency in the code of conduct, and minimal use of restorative practices, no up-to-date strategic plan and no organizational charts, lack of placement of students with disability in least restrictive settings, inconsistent provision of IEP services, no administrative oversight or overseeing services for the English language learners, and a lack of systemic response to intervention program. Again, this is a reminder of the improvement plan that was developed between July 15th, 2025 and November 15th of 2025. This plan was approved by the Board of Education of Mount Vernon City School District in November of 2025 and approved by the Commissioner on December 4th of 2025. Next slide. The key financial findings: outside consulting firm overseeing accounting functions, treasurer position vacated, lack of staff and segregation of duties in the payroll department, budget is not aligned with either student needs or academic or capital plans and does not account for changing enrollments. There's no evidence of a calendar of revenues and expenditures, regular cash flow analysis, or long-term plan for facility maintenance. Again, this is the same plan with the academic plan that was developed between July 15th and November 15th of 2025. The part of the fiscal side of the plan has 19 recommendations with heavy emphasis on the internal and external audits that were given to the district, as well as a lack of fiscal controls, lack of payroll processes, lack of financial leadership, and concerns with fiscal transparency. Next slide. So some key findings of the annual update. Some recommendation originally scheduled for completion in the school year of 2025 and 2026 have not yet been fully implemented. Completion does, excuse me, this writing is so small, it's like really bad fonts. I'm probably better off reading it from there. Completion, oh, Dr. Strickland, I'm going to grab yours. Because the writing is, so, the fonts are so small on mine. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure if it's the font or maybe the glasses, but it's not good. Okay. This is, oh yeah, this is much better. Whew. All right, yes, this is much better. Completion dates have been revised where appropriate to reflect, one, the district progress made to date and circumstances preventing full implementation of the recommendation. Other recommendations retain a past due completion date. I do want to say that I'm going to pause for a minute. The annual update for academic improvement and fiscal financial plans is on the website under the monitor's page. And you'll see that it has 3 columns. One is long-term goals and outcome, monitor recommendation, and then the evidence. You'll see that the long-term goals and outcomes were left vacant. And the reason why is the district does not have long-term goals. Short-term goals are really clear goals. You do have some posted onto the website, but there are about 7 goals in total and had not been revisited by the cabinet, by the board, by anyone in the district for several years. No one can really speak about it. So that was left blank. So the other recommendation at this point is that following hopefully the adoption of the strategic plan in 2027, the academic improvement plan and fiscal plan will be amended through the annual update process, which would be a year from now, with including the new goals and the outcomes at this point. But as a reminder, if the district does not report full implementation in the first quarter of the required recommendation dates, the period ending September 30th, 2025, the monitor may submit a notice of plan violation to the commissioner. So again, we want to pay attention to the dates and the work that's being done with the recommendations. So as of July 7th, you have 47 total recommendations in the academic improvement and financial plan. So it's 47 of them altogether. 8 of your recommendations have been completed. 4 of the recommendations are partially completed, and 17 recommendations have had modifications of completion dates, which means that you have approximately 29 that have not come to fruition with the dates at this point. Next slide. So bringing it down into the key areas, turnaround leadership, required SOPs for board and trustee onboarding has been completed. Adoption of board goals and vision has been completed. Request constant use of Robert's rules, annual trustee training, 2 or more offerings, and reconfigured cabinet duties have been completed as far as the turnaround leadership. Talent and development, periodic APPR, MPPR, PEP compliance monitoring is established and up and running. Instructional transformation, timely IEP finalization and parent receipt processes, New York State Education Collaborative Special Education Alignment and IEP protocols have been moved on with the recommendation. And then finally, in the financial findings, process of depositing and reconciliation of bank accounts, development of the district budget calendar, placement of all district contracts with the board clerk, and the revision of the technology plan to ensure enhancement of student learning. Just as a note, when the recommendations get completed, it's not just a check off and a compliance. It's about really true systemic changes within the district to keep things moving along on the right path. But I also want to note, with the improvement in financial plans, they are a multi-year plans with many recommendations occurring throughout 26 and 2027. The date modifications are a result of a variety of causes. I want to just name a couple of them out because they're making things very difficult to get through the processes. The lack of key staffing positions. There continues to be several key cabinet and extended cabinet positions that have been difficult to fill, such as the special ed director, E&L director, assistant superintendent of operations, assistant superintendent of business. Currently, interim contracted staff for special education and assistant superintendent of business are in place. Due to several years of fiscal stress and poor business management, the district has failed to have competitive salaries across the entire district for staffing. This has left the district as one of the lowest paying districts in Westchester and Rockland counties, especially in administrative and teaching positions. This had made it extremely difficult to attract qualified and viable candidates for key district positions. Developing SOPs, which are standard operating procedures for high-needs departments in areas has taken longer than anticipated, especially with key administrative positions continuing to be vacant. Finally, difficulties in conducting position controls, which is FF7 in the recommendations. The monitor had to estimate, the monitor's estimated time to get this process completed by June 15th did not occur. Due to position changes, time constraints, completing the process accurately, and adherence to complex state level and reporting mandates, this recommendation had to be moved to November 1st. There has to be coordination between the finance and business department, human resources, and payroll, which has been a challenge for this district. Next page. Now, at this time, we will allow persons who have signed up to speak, actually have 3 minutes, but at this time, do we have anyone signed up?
We do not have anyone who signed up to speak this evening.
Okay. Anyone in the audience with any questions? Okay, so a record of this public hearing will be made available in the district's website. The academic and financial plans are also available on the district website. And then the annual update will be available on the district website as soon as the Board of Education hopefully approves it on July 28th at the very next business meeting. And with that, I ask for anyone who has any comments or any additional questions to please use the district email of kyoungwilkins@mtvernon.cityschooldistrict.org. So again, I thank you, and that concludes our public hearing.
Thank you. With no questions on the floor, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.